To get started, we need to find our CrowdHandler API keys in the CrowdHandler control panel and enter them into the Shopify app. Click the admin.crowdhandler.com link in step 1 of the Shopify app, and you'll be automatically sent to the CrowdHandler API screen, where you will see both your public and private key. If you don't have a CrowdHandler account yet, you'll need to create one. Copy the public key and paste it into the public API key field found in the Shopify app. Now copy the private key and paste it into the private API key field. Hit the Save API Keys button and wait. It may take up to 60 seconds for the app to register the keys. Once your API keys have been registered, the Save API Keys button will stop spinning and a HTML script tag will be revealed in step 2. Copy the script tag and click the Liquid Theme link. This will open the theme.liquid editor. Paste the script tag into the head of the theme HTML, ignoring any warnings, and hit Save. Click the Map Your Products link in step 3. This screen is where you can create CrowdHandler waiting rooms pre-configured to protect your products, product variants, or collections. Let's protect a single product. For this example, I'm going to protect the multi-location snowboard. Click Setup Waiting Room for the product that you would like to protect. You'll notice that the product state changes to Protected. Let's take a look at the waiting room configuration in the CrowdHandler control panel. The created room is configured to protect the handle of the PDP for the product that you've chosen to protect. The CrowdHandler slug will match your product ID. Let's check the domain rate in CrowdHandler. If it is set to 0, we should be sent to the waiting room if we hit the protected PDP in a fresh browser session. Now let's take a look at protecting a collection. Pick a collection that you'd like to protect and hit Setup Waiting Room. The state of the collection will change to Connected. The products that are part of the collection will have their state changed to Protected. Let's take a look at the waiting room configuration. The waiting room that has been created is configured to protect all of the PDP handles of the products that are part of the collection. The top-level collection page is also protected. Click the Checkout Settings link in Step 4 and scroll down to the Checkout Rules section. Click Add Rule, then select Cart Checkout Validation. Disable the Allow All Customers to Complete Checkout option. Save and turn on. Step 5 links to an article containing recommendations on configuring CrowdHandler for your Shopify drop. Review the article and implement the recommendations. At a minimum, scheduling your waiting room to count down and activate at the time of your drop, and a custom, branded template should be configured and created. Finally, let's take a look at Step 6. Here is where the Shopify app's optional features can be turned on. These optional features are focused on providing additional protection against scalpers and bots. In addition, you can enable stock syncing here. This feature syncs your product inventory to CrowdHandler, which can be used in a number of ways to improve the drop experience. Let's first take a look at anti-cheat. Our first anti-cheat configurable is the Prevent Adding to Cart when Bypassing Queue option. This feature checks that users have a valid and promoted CrowdHandler token before they're allowed to add a protected product to the cart. If the user attempts to bypass CrowdHandler, they will encounter an error when attempting to add the item to their cart. Our second anti-cheat configurable, Cancel Orders That Bypass Queue, acts as a second line of defense against bots and scalpers that have succeeded in adding a protected item to their cart illegitimately. They may attempt to achieve this with brute force volume attacks, or by finding backdoors to your inventory via sales channels that are not protected by CrowdHandler. With this option on, CrowdHandler will automatically cancel illegitimate orders in Shopify quickly after they have been made. We recommend pairing this option with the automatically refund bypassed orders configurable, which in addition to canceling the order, will trigger a full refund or card authorization reversal, depending on your Shopify payment capture or authorization settings. Finally, we have the Sync Product Inventory to Waiting Rooms option. When this is enabled, inventory levels will be synced to the stock availability field in your CrowdHandler waiting room. Your inventory levels will be displayed to users waiting in the queue, keeping them up to date on availability. Once inventory hits zero, a sold-out message will be displayed. In the domain settings, you can configure your synced inventory levels to be used as a guide for CrowdHandler's throughput rate. This can be an effective way to prevent overselling. If you would like to disable CrowdHandler protection for a product or collection, disable or delete your CrowdHandler waiting room. Hit the Sync button in the Shopify app. Finally, remove the CrowdHandler tags from the products.